Eric Scopel, 247 Sports.
TJ, what's the last year been like for you coming into this program during weird circumstances with COVID and playing a season like that? And have you feel like you've kind of gotten a total feel for Eugene and campus and everything, or is there still a lot for you to learn even though you've been here so long?
Yeah, it's it's definitely been an interesting experience to go through. So I was here from January to about March when it all started, and then I got sent home. So I had that first normal term, I guess. But other than that, I've gotten to know the area. A lot of the guys have helped me out getting comfortable around here, so it's been good.
Max Torres, Ducks Digest.
TJ, Saturday scrimmage is one of the first times we got to see some people in the stands, for you guys to play. I saw that your parents got to make it out too. What was that environment like, being able to play in front of them and have some people back in Autzen?
Yeah, it was awesome. That was my first appearance in Autzen with any type of fans or anything. So it was definitely special, and just a great time.
James Crapia, the Oregonian.
You did just take us back through your recruitment a little bit and why you picked Oregon, because I saw that you were picking over Auburn and some other spots, and obviously you ended up in a starting job, man. But I mean, there were other spots that there was probably a greater degree of certainty as to ending up a starter, Auburn among them. So what ultimately was it about Oregon that made it the selection for you?
I guess one thing for me is for me in the recruitment process, it was a big deal for me to stay kind of close to home, I feel like. So somewhere on the West Coast. And also what I looked for was just how it felt like a family here, I felt more comfortable here than I did anywhere else that I got recruited from. So but yeah, that's a lot of it.
Jerry Thompson, Ducks Illustrated. Hey, Jerry, you're muted. I know this is our first Zoom, but you got to unmute yourself.
Oh, I got it.
There we go.
So, TJ, how demanding is the program here? You've been high school, different levels, and where have you seen yourself improving as far as your conditioning and strength?
Yeah. So, I mean, coming from JUCO, it's been quite a bit more time consuming, I'd say. You have more meetings, more walkthroughs, all of that kind of stuff, and then I'd say for me, it's just honing in technique, and then, in the weight room, just getting stronger and getting better every day for me.
Max Torres, Ducks Digest.
TJ, we were talking just now about how you came from JUCO. I feel like JUCO players sometimes kind of get written off, or they don't get the best, reputation. What was that kind of like for you going, from high school to JUCO and ending up at Oregon?
Yeah, JUCO was a great experience for me because it was the first time away from home, so it was it's an interesting time you have to learn your balance between money, cleaning up after yourself because you don't have your mom around, so that was a definitely great learning experience for me in that aspect. And then coming to Oregon, it was an easier transition, I'd say, from going to JUCO right away because you're already on your own compared to being home. So it helped with the transition to come here and made it quite a bit easier.
Ryan Thorburn, Register Guard.
TJ, how did you develop a chemistry with your unit last year, which was all new starters, and you guys couldn't hang out off the field and all that stuff with social distancing? Mm-hmm. How did you guys kind of connect last year and come together, and how far along are you now compared to them?
I would say, well, it was actually so when I came on my official visit here, Ryan and Alex were the people that showed me around, so I already kind of knew them, and so really I just kind of stuck around them at first, learning all the other players, so they helped tremendously with the chemistry we built, I'd say. And then yeah. Was there a second part to that question? Sorry.
Just with the pandemic, how did you guys kind of bond without being able to eat together, hang out, and all that stuff that offensive linemen normally do?
Yeah, no, it made it a lot tougher, definitely. I mean, we were on Zoom a lot when we were all back home. So, I mean, really, it was just during the season when we got back here, practice, just grinding with each other. So, yep.
Matt Preen, 247 Sports.
TJ, what did you guys learn from Saturday's scrimmage, and I guess how do you guys implement that, or what do you implement into the next couple of practices before your next spring game or scrimmage on Saturday?
It's just to keep getting better every day. Just keep grinding with each other. Keep working on technique and honing in, and that's pretty much all it is. Just get better every day.
James.
Coach Mirabal talked about needing to improve in the run game specifically for you guys. So for you personally, individually, how have you looked to go about that here in the spring and the off season, TJ?
Definitely honing in my footwork and hands, especially in the run game. So for me, I would say it was more of my second step. I need to bring that more aggressive forward and then explode my hips into the block. So, I mean, it's really just honing in that technique, and with Coach Mirabal, that really helps.
Max.
TJ, I feel like, every player's kind of got their own unique style, what they like to do to get the best out of themselves on the field or in any aspect. Do you have like a morning routine or like a practice routine that you like to go through to make sure you're in the zone?
I don't know about like a special routine I have, but no, not necessarily. I mean, I'm just, show up, I get ready and just get in that mindset. Kind of have to wake up with it, come to the facilities with it. And Coach really preaches on if you don't bring that mindset, then, what are you doing?
Jerry.
Okay, TJ, offensive holding is kind of a little bit of a mystery. Where's the fine line that what you can do and where you cross that line? Or is that a secret that you don't want to tell people about?
I don't know if anyone has that one quite figured out, to be honest. There's different aspects to it, I guess. It's just what the ref sees, I guess. I mean, there's some techniques you can use to. Some people get away with it. I mean, I don't know. That's a good one.
All right, TJ, that's all we have for you. Appreciate your time.
Right. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
You too. Have a good day. That's all we have.